Hi, my name is Charlene. I'm an actress, a TV presenter, and a voiceover artist, as well as a news anchor. I've been rehearsing, and today we are going to be performing the play The Good Woman of Setzuan. This is a play that is based in China, not modern day China. Playing 5 different characters, which is something that is pretty challenging, but a challenge is always good. It's something that always sharpens your skill. My favorite character, I'd say, is Mrs. Shin. Mrs. Shin is the landlady. She's actually the lady who sold the tobacco shop to the female lead character, who is the Good Woman of Setzuan herself, Shin, the split personality into Shirita. Mrs. Shin, the reason I find her so interesting is because she comes off as the sweet, humble old little lady who had to sell a tobacco shop for her to make ends meet, and yet she is also quite, she has an exploitive character. She's somebody who wants to exploit Shente as much as possible. She fleeces her of every single dollar. So in as much as you think that this is supposed to be the mother figure that possibly Shente didn't have growing up, Mrs. Shin ends up becoming that one person that is actually fleecing Shente instead of supporting her. The most challenging, I'd say, is all the 5 characters combined. Really, it's not one particular character, it's all of them. And I'm saying this because of having to switch between how would Mrs. Shin think even when she's not saying anything, when she has no dialogue. What is she saying? And yet she has to think in a different way from the other character, Mrs. Yang, for example, who is Shente's mother-in-law to be, or Mrs. Mitsu, who is the landlady. She's the rich woman, and she's described as somebody who just breezes into the scene. So being able to differentiate those characters, it's not just on paper, it's something that you have to do in your mind as well as an actor, so that the dialogue comes out and is delivered perfectly and is believable as well. Stage readings from Almasi have just been amazing, in the sense that they've taught me how to be able to deliver and not have a second take, because that's really the biggest difference between screen TV time and theater work. And Almasi has given me that perfect platform to be able to deliver my work and practice that voice projection that doesn't have a second take but needs me to deliver on point every time that I step up there. And it's also taught me to research. The first play that I did with Almasi, Fences, was an American play that was based in the 1940s, and that was amazing because it had to take me back to that time. I now had to research about that. The next one, Elephant Man, based in the United Kingdom, again a totally different time period, a totally different setting and society that I had to research and study on to be able to deliver what was expected of me. And this one, based and set in China. So as you can see, Almasi has found a way to push me out of my comfort zone. So it's not just about talking about what I know and the usual. It's now more about researching, finding out how someone would relate to another person in China, in the UK, in America.